let's compare the use of advanced triggering capabilities, including the zone trigger on the Regal 7000 series oscilloscope, with the MDO3000 series oscilloscope from Tektronix. Today we're going to be debugging serial data pulse trains. Let's see how we can investigate the end sequences of these serial data transfers with the Regal and with the Tektronix. The Tektronix is running version 1.26. Starting with the Tektronix, there's a few different trigger techniques we can use to find the ends of these pulse sequences. Instead of edge trigger, we can move to pulse width trigger. We can start by looking at that long sequence of that positive pulse and then the bits that come after it. We can also, to make it a little easier, switch to a negative pulse, and now we can look at the lack of data coming in those negative pulses and then move over to the previous pulse end, and there we can see the sequence of pulses right before we go to a long break between bit patterns. But it's very difficult for us to differentiate between those longer and shorter pulses within that end sequence right there. So let's try this on the Regal. On the Regal, we can go ahead and use the zone trigger capability and just draw a couple zones on the screen. So this allows us to see quickly the wide sequence in the middle of that pulse. And then we can create a new zone on the right-hand side here at the top. And now we can make that an intersecting or a non-intersecting zone. When it's intersecting, we can look at the longer bit patterns coming off after the long pulse. Or we can switch it to non-intersecting and now see the shorter ones. So we can really easily differentiate between different pulse patterns coming after a long pulse like that. And that allows us to more easily debug these sequences of data transfers and look closer then at the data itself. So zone triggering and other advanced capabilities make it possible to look deeper into your application for things like serial data and pulse trains and how you can look at them in real time.